Deuces. Just gonna hang out, play some Minecraft. Currently, I'm playing Feed the Beast mod pack Inventions, which is an old mod pack, but it's one that my computer can easily run because I have a very basic computer right now. Currently,
Wow.
if you want to go on a tour, first off is this factory, which is the first thing I built. It's just this big enclosed space that I can get things done easily in. As you can see, I have a nuclear reactor that is running out of fuel. They run out of fuel very quickly. Some processing. So these down here grind everything up and then they push them into furnaces at the top. I'm sorry, I'm kind of confused because I'm seeing. Well, we'll get to that in a second, but so these like process all the ores and stuff and then shoot them down into this little corner here. So I have, well, a lot of most things, but the very basic materials I have very little of because they are used in literally everything. I have some of the more advanced stuff like the Enderium and everything, and then it just makes it easier to make higher ranked gear like this jetpack, which I go up very fast with. As I was saying, so the big reactor runs out of juice very quickly, and I end up having to shove a lot of its fuel into it, which is not great. But I got one of these so then I can get rid of useless material like the cobblestone and dirt and sand, stuff that is like everywhere. Keep that and then shove that back in a bag. I have a bag of bags. So we take this out and then we shove more in, and now I am out of fuel. So maybe I should just, I'll power this down for now. But so it's got the yellow rods are the fuel rods, and then the blue is the coolant. So it keeps it cool and then it runs efficiently. I found some oil, which I don't really know what to do with yet. Um, and then this is my wall of just like random resources that don't need to be processed. So, got over here. So I'm working on a big project right now where I'm trying to collect this green stuff, which you get only from attacked mobs. So I was trying to farm a bunch of pigs and using the the slaughterhouse machine. I was trying to collect their essence that way, but then I realized that when it gets killed by the slaughterhouse thing, it doesn't drop any experience at all. It just kills them. And then, as you can see, I have a bunch of pulsating butthole machines up here. They're supposed to activate tools, which is supposed to make them drop essence. But this is what I wasted most of my resources on, was creating the sewers to collect the essence, and then these machines to basically hit them with swords. But I may be switching it and then using turtles instead, which are these little bots that can use anything. So I might be doing that. Over here, we just got more processing stuff. So this machine melts down material and shoots them into these jars. I got the rare stuff, then liquefied coal because I just wanted to start it so then it wouldn't go anywhere else. This stuff, the energized glowstone, stuff like that. Just basic machines, all being used to just kind of so I can keep building stuff, but I'm trying to find a solution to having to go out and constantly farm materials because it takes a lot of time to do all that. got some randomly spawning animals, some cows and stuff. And then over here is my dormitory where I kidnapped 4 villagers from a city and I shot them into my base. Because I built one of those, basically this machine that shoots Pokeballs at people, and I was testing them on villagers, and I caught 4 people. Well, where are they? There's all these cows. Oh, okay. That's cute. You guys are all staying in one room. Why are you hurting? Why are you hurt? Anyway, so I built these little dormitories for them. They're just cheap little, like, wood shacks with stone roofs and stuff. They hang out here. They make stupid honking noises, and I leave them alive for whatever reason. Over here, so this big machine is a test. I was using it to farm monster materials. So that chest is in here. And I was using it to farm slime, bones, and then the ender pearls to create this stuff here. The resonant ender. I was using it for a while, but this is where the need for the mob essence came in, because I was using all of the essence that I was creating and then not having anything over. So it was just a drain on the system that I had. The grinders are something that I was going to deconstruct this whole thing and move it up there, actually. Just because I already have a system of pipes up there and then energy going up there already. So if I just put the grinders up there and then keep shooting pigs and stuff into it, that might be an easier option than the pulsating butthole machines, which I forget their real names too. So yeah, I was using this to like kill endermen and skeletons and stuff. Over here, so this big monolith structure is a farm tower. So I don't have it on currently, but each floor is like, so this one's the carrots, and then up here is potatoes, and then this is the industrial hemp, and then I have sewage being processed up here. Because I need stuff to create this next project that I'm working on currently. But I'll just show you in here. So I have some redstone energy cells, which is the one tier below the best stuff. And then over here, I have all of these containers filled with different things. This was ridiculous. I had so much hemp that it was just... I had to build these, like, deep storage units. This one has 34,000 hemp in it. I just had to create them because it was starting to get ridiculous. I had chests full of hemp everywhere. And you don't use it on anything other than the... You don't use the hemp on anything other than these windmills here. These, like, better windmills. And these, I think they're generating a lot of power. So just these 3 windmills alone, 40 and 40. So these 3 windmills alone are generating enough power to jumpstart the rest of this factory, which is a biodiesel factory. So these machines right here this one is harvesting plant oil, and this one's harvesting ethanol. So as you saw up on the roof, these 2 machines are creating plant oil and ethanol, and then I am collecting it in these big tankers here. So plant oil is full because I had so many hemp seeds and so many regular seeds. It was completely full. Ethanol, I got about a tank and a half, which is going to be a lot. I tested it, and I'm already creating biodiesel. I had a previous setup that I was using to create biodiesel in there, but I wanted to kind of make my own facility with it because the machines to create it are huge. Like you can see the big tanks there of stuff. This is also another thing that is a drain on the power or on the resources because each one of these machines costs iron. The steel is the steel also comes from iron, so it was just another thing that was using more iron. I don't know if I should just cannibalize these big. I love the tanks. I love the tanks a lot, but I could just make. I think I have more of these deep storage units that hold like 2 million of a thing, and I could just cannibalize these and put these on the roof as tanks instead. So I'm thinking I might just do that at some point because I don't know, it just seems at this point it just seems like I'm wasting a lot of iron to do that. But so when I want stuff done, I just crank these machines on, and so they're gonna see how that number is going down. So they're taking what's inside the tank, moving it under the floor into this chest, which is a buffer chest. Oh man. So I need to shut off. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. I need to shut this off because I have plenty of plant oil. In fact, I'm gonna move this over here and then I'm gonna take these seeds out and then catch the last of the seeds because I mean plant oil is full. I don't need any more plant oil. The potatoes are all getting turned. At first I was going to use sugarcane to create the plant oil or the ethanol, but then I was reading the book. Yeah, there's a literal instruction manual to come with like these big machines, and it doesn't matter what you use. So ethanol or potatoes or whatever, it all turns into the same amount of ethanol. So it didn't matter. The plant oil squeezer does matter because with the industrial hemp seeds, that makes more oil than anything else does. I just shoot the rest of everything, like the rest of my regular seeds in there too when I have too much. So we're gonna finish making the rest of the ethanol, and then the potatoes that aren't used will sit in here. Okay, so this machine's now completely empty. So we can shut this off. And then potatoes are still probably moving through the floor and then into this chest. Or no, it's done. So we'll keep making ethanol until we see this pipe is completely full, which means the tanks are completely full at the top. And then I might just cannibalize the tanks below for the deep storage units, which would be more space efficient. But man, do I love these huge tanks of just stuff. I love them. Even though they only hold like one of something, but so do the deep storage units, so I don't know why it matters. But yeah, so this is my base. I have several other, you can see all of the checkpoints I have across the world that I've explored so far, which is, let me see if it comes up. I've explored a fair bit of different stuff around me. You can see dig site. I'll take you over there. Dig site 1. I have dig site 2 over down here, which I just completely um, tear up. What is that? Oh man, look at all the rabbits. So I'll take you to the dig sites if you want to see them, but they're literally just big holes in the ground. So I don't know if that's interesting or what, but so right now, so what I was doing earlier, so this is just going to turn into an essence grinder up at the top. This side over here, okay, here's another issue I had. So I have these pipes all over the roof. In each square was just, I had these sewers all over the roof, and I had so many pigs at the top of the roof that the game was like stuttering because they were all just gyrating trying to find a space to sit. Um, I had all these pipes were full. I had to create these machines to filter. Okay, again, this is going to be very gross. I had to create these machines to. I sound like a psychopath. I just had to do it. I had to create these machines to filter the liquids that were coming from the pigs. I don't know why I can't say that with a straight face, but so the sewers were making that stuff, the brown stuff. I'll give you 3 guesses on what's in those tubes, but I had all of it going down to these 2 poor machines here, and I'll give you a guess on what is in this deep storage unit. Yep, it's a box of shit. 7,402 poops in this box. They call it industrial fertilizer. I say it looks like the poop emoji. So I have all this stuff just sitting. What? What are you? What? Hey. Gosh. I need to make a door because animals are just starting to come in. This is so again, filtering the liquids that come from the pigs. Those are nuggets. They are not pig testicles. They are nuggets. And then this is just a block of meat. I have cooked blocks of meat in my inventory. They fill a lot of health. And then, so I was trying to do this. I wasn't having a huge power situation at first, but I'm starting to now just because I'm running out of this material called yellorium. So it's the fuel that these reactors use to burn to create huge like batteries of power. So this one is holding this one holds a lot of energy. So 100 million RF, which I believe is like, I don't know what it is, but redstone something, I think, red flux or something. So that's the energy source I'm using, and then I have a bunch of batteries back here also holding 3. So 20 million RF in each of these batteries when they're completely full. Several machines on at a time drain a lot of power very fast. This machine that melts materials into these uses so much power, it's ridiculous. I have a machine that's making obsidian and stuff like that. So here, oh, okay, it's the water flowing in these pipes, but I haven't worn headphones while playing this game, so I'm hearing different sounds than I usually would. So power was a big issue, and it's turning into another issue again because I still don't have enough of it to run this facility. So as you can see, this is a completely flat platform that gives me room to like build anything I want to. But I built it, this is where I started, on top of an island, and I built a platform on top of it. So underneath, I had all this land that I had an original base sitting on, and then when I had a whole lot of materials, I built a huge platform on top of it. I don't know if any of you guys are fans of Futurama, but it's kind of like New York on top of old New York, where they just built on top of it once the city became a shithole. So that's what I'm kind of doing. Well, and then now I'm digging this out down here because I am taking... There's another machine in immersive engineering called thermoelectric system. So these machines here, they generate RF from... They sit in between two different temperature blocks, one hot and one cold, and the greater the difference between the two, the more electricity they generate. And I'm using electricity because it's the most easy to understand, but they generate electricity from the difference in temperatures. I don't know exactly how that works, if that is something that is currently done or what. But so I was testing it over here with so this liquid is a liquid that is the coolant in my tank, and this liquid is supposed to be like a super hot liquid. And I filled a regular cell up with power in like 30 seconds. It was completely full. So I'm thinking that if I build... Right now I have 15 of them. And again, that was another draw on the copper and iron supply. And the steel, because each one uses 3 steel. But I think right now I have a little over a stack. Yeah, a little over a stack. So yeah, right now we are just eating a meatloaf block, and then throw these in there. Throw this up here. Broken egg. And then I'm just going to keep digging. So we're trying not to get a bunch of monsters to spawn down here, which will happen if it gets dark. But I know that there is a neat tool in this mod pack where it shows you. So you just hit F7 like I just did, and then these spots illuminate where monsters can possibly spawn. So we got a bad spot here, which is the red, and then we'll just keep digging, which is not super exciting, but it's just gonna be part of what I need to do, because I'm gonna basically, because this is a platform under here, I'm just gonna make this whole... I'm gonna again flatten out this whole area and then turn it just like on top here. I'm gonna just create half blocks, make it go all the way out, and then turn it into these thermoelectric generator zones, which I think after making about 100 of them, I think they'll be making more power than the actual nuclear generator does. Especially using the coolant and then that super hot liquid. Okay, so we are making good progress, but I am running out of power on all my stuff to get some good digging done, and get a lot of space to go. Maybe I should just recharge this. So for the mining drill, you gotta go in here, and then I know compared, I have these huge machines, and I have this dinky little. It's called a fluid transposer, so it takes whatever fluid's in there and injects it into the machines. So got that for now, and then I don't think I have the resources to make an anvil. Make an anvil, and then I don't have the levels to make a new one, so maybe we'll just make a new head here. Oh gosh, I only have a stack left. Man, very quickly just running out of everything. Then this is a steel head, would cost 9, 18, 20, a lot. It costs a lot of steel, so we're gonna make some more. I made this big contraption so that it automatically gets put in these boxes, so it makes slag and then steel in the bottom box. But we're gonna make a new head here. So then a steel head is 1, 2, and then there we go, steel head. I don't know why I moved some stuff to this new building. Probably because it's felt very industrial craft to have like its own big factory, but I just end up having to run back and forth to each building. So then, just to show you how wasteful I am, I take whatever's broken and then come over here and ready. Here we go. And then I jump and chuck it right into the ocean. So now at the bottom of the ocean is a bunch of broken bows and drill heads and stuff like that. It's like really important stuff that I just couldn't be asked to take care of. So we're gonna go over here and just start hammering away at this, or drilling away at this, I should say. Okay, so we're just gonna keep, I mean, should I just try to build, I need to fill in, I don't want to fill in holes because I'm just going to take this area, dig one more down, and then put half slabs all down under here. So it's just going to... Okay, so it would just be a waste of... Well, I mean, I'm just throwing these blocks away anyway, but still... Okay, we've made it completely around this big mess. Where was that? We might actually get a good amount of materials from this area, like digging up this area, because I strip mined below, but I never did this whole like top area here. Yeah, see? Copper. So we might actually have some good materials to make more thermoelectric generators, which anything that would passively create power would be a good thing, because our machines don't use power the whole time, so even when they're off, I would still be generating electricity. The thing is about that big reactor, eventually I have to turn it on and then turn it off, and then we start the process all over again. So wow,